the Biker Radio Broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Biker Radio Broadcast advises safety at all times, discourages underage riding, but celebrates the spirit of motorcycling. And how?
Tango Charlie, Green Tea, 515. Coming team, Green Tea. Good morning, Tango Charlie. This is Easy Peter, Green Tea 515. I'm ready to roll. See you in 5 at the DNG base. Over and out.
Hello and welcome to the Biker Radio Broadcast, episode number 10. I'm Shandy.
And I'm Sunny, and we're finally into the double digits.
Yippee!
Who would have imagined that when we started out? So we acknowledge the support of our guests, our mentors, and you. All of you who listen to us and have brought us this far. We'd like to particularly raise a toast to all the greats whose passion and pioneering efforts in the early days paved the way for motorcycling as we know it.
Yep. Now, ever since the two of us set out on this journey of discovery of the glorious men on their riding machines, and each time we met a new personality, the compass has truly all the time been leading us towards the greats.
And our journey continues as we present another icon from nearly half a century back, which was the heady early 1970s.
While one legend was imagining the world in floral power,
the other was doing the same in horsepower.
We pay our first tribute on Biker Radio Broadcast to Jitendra Pal Singh, aka John Singh, lovingly remembered even today as John Da.
It's impossible to fathom his legacy in one show because the man's life reads like a fable.
And who better to tell you the story than one of his hand-picked protégés who raced under his tutelage and one of the glorious men who formed the famous Jaipur Motorcycle Club.
Our legend from the land of valor, romance and sand dunes. Please welcome Sanjay Sankla or
Gattuda. Sanjay, welcome to the Biker Radio Broadcast and welcome to the long way home.
Thank you.
So we have this question for you, and which is, आपका नाम गट्टू कैसे पड़ा?
Well, that was my parents' wish.
Okay.
I could not help it. You know.
अच्छा किसी दोस्त या किसी ने नहीं दिया?
No.
अच्छा.
It was a family name given to me when I was very small.
And what
they never thought I'll be so long. They wouldn't have given me Gattu.
Yeah. क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ वो बनती है गट्टे की सब्जी.
Exactly, हमारे यहाँ भी बनती.
हाँ, वो तो यही की है.
हाँ, जयपुर की.
हाँ, तो वो तो it's like a small.
Gattu basically is small.
हाँ.
Gattu is small.
Gattu basically
and you
is small.
And you are the eldest.
Yeah.
But मेरा नाम कैसे पड़ा? I don't know.
Awesome.
In the rally circuit also, you will.
People won't know you as
Sanjay Sankla.
Yeah.
Because on the radio also it is Gattu come in, Gattu come in. And you know, I am also saying this is Gattu come in such and such. So everybody knows me by the name of Gattu.
You were born in Jaipur?
I am born in a place called Byawar.
Right. Byawar.
Near Ajmer.
Yes.
My mother is from there. My dad is from Indore.
Okay.
MP.
Achha.
So we belong to Indore but now settled in Jaipur.
So where have you done your schooling?
St. Xavier's Jaipur.
All your education has been in Jaipur?
In Jaipur.
When were you born?
61.
You've seen more movies than we have.
I have two younger brothers, and one of my younger brothers has been a champion also.
Okay.
By the name of Sanjeev Sankla. It's my younger brother.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was too good at motocross. Not rallying, but motocross. But now something good he is doing is helping suffering animals. If you see a stray cow or a dog who's hit by a car or something, you call him up, he'll send an ambulance, he'll take care of it.
Okay.
It might be 2 o'clock in the night, it might be any time.
Okay. Wow.
So that is one thing he's also doing.
So this service is in Jaipur?
Yeah, Jaipur and around Jaipur.
And around Jaipur.
60 kilometers periphery of.
So what's the number to call if...
Well, if you want to call Sanjeev Sakla for stray hurt animals, you can call him on 9928398888
Okay.
or 869-696-3888.
You're listening to the Biker Radio Broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
The motorcycle seems to be a prominent part of the family or motorsports in general.
Yeah, me and then my brothers.
So where does this come from?
Dad got me a Bullet when I was in 10th.
Oh?
So I used to go to this mechanic by the name of Jagat Singh.
Uh-huh.
So there, these people who used to practice and motocross, and they used to come there.
Uh-huh.
So they picked me up from there.
Acha.
I was keen also.
Okay.
So once I went to the practice grounds, and then I rode a few yards, and they thought I was good.
Uh-huh.
So they picked me up from there.
Okay.
Now the basic thing was we had a person by the name of John Singh,
Right.
who was our godfather that time. So he had organized a garage kind of a thing at his own place where he had 7-8 motorcycles, a mechanic, and then we used to go practicing every Wednesday and Friday or Saturday, something like that.
Where would you go?
Pehle to we had a place called Lakshmi Vilas,
Okay.
center of the town.
Uh-huh.
So we had a track there, a golf course keh lo aap usko.
Right.
But now that was not allowed. So uske pehle we used to go to his farm,
Okay.
John Das farm.
Uh-huh.
So we made a track and we used to go and practice there.
Okay.
And then we formed a team by the name of Jaipur Motorcycle Club,
Right.
where Dada used to sponsor the bikes, the everything he used to sponsor. And we used to go out racing to Pune, Baramati, Chandigarh, and then we used to call people from all these places to Jaipur also when we used to have events.
Okay.
He is known as the godfather of motocross in India, John Singh. Then he got into music,
Right.
Yeah.
and he's done a lot for music also. He's done a lot for music also. This art festival, this
Literature first.
this is also his brainchild. He started that.
First, he had started a chicken business when he was young. Like he had a poultry farm.
Yeah?
Yeah, which flopped. It was him and his brother. He met his wife in England. Faith Dadisai is a British lady. She's a dame, and she's done a lot along with him. Whether it's Jaipur Virasat Foundation, they started RIF. They worked with, forget RIF. Before that, he worked with numerous folk musicians across Rajasthan. There's a BBC documentary, if you get a chance to watch, The Lost Music of Rajasthan.
First time I think I met him was 1977 or thereabouts. He had brought along that first Jaipur Motorcycle Club.
Yeah.
Right.
He started JMC. It was his sole passion for motorcycling, and of course he was. In fact, he was particularly fond of keeping the Morchang tradition alive. The real biker in that family now is Vijay, but actually it isn't. It's his father, Mrityunjay.
Now, he came back from Cambridge in the 60s and he wanted to race. So in those days, he would obviously go and road race.
Right.
But what he saw at Juhu, there was a track there at the airstrip. There was one at Calcutta, at Barakpur, and one down south. He said, what the hell is this? This is no fun. So he said, let's convert some two-wheelers for dirt. The first MX in the country was held here in 77. I was a 16-year-old chap. I got raced in there.
You're listening to the Biker Radio Broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on. Hi. Soul-stirring music that, right?
So what you just heard was the father, Mrityunjay Singh,
And the son in Vijay Singh?
and the holy grail of motorcycling in Vijay Parmar.
Well, they have been talking about the lord of off-road riding.
The man who gave India his first motocross and stood like the Aravalis towering over the sands of time.
Kya baat hai. Now, Biker Radio Broadcast missed the opportunity to meet the great man himself when at the age of 75, he left for his place in the stars in April 2017. Yeah, you bet. We just missed the bus.
You just can't go to Jaipur, talk motorcycles and not be told about John Da. His contribution to the sport, amongst other things, is completely, absolutely overwhelming.
Well, while it's not possible to truly pay tribute enough in one show, Biker Radio Broadcast remembers the legend fondly and celebrates his immense contribution to the sport as we hit double-digit figures ourselves.
You know, I wonder actually how he would have taken this idea if we'd gone up to him.
I would have loved to interview him.
Yeah, but you know, just the idea when he would have heard about this and his first reaction would have been, I don't know.
He probably would have been happy.
Yeah, so we're kind of hoping that there is some Ashirwad somewhere we're getting with him, right?
You bet.
So,
but we featured his grandnephew, Vijay Singh Ajay Rajpura, on episode number 6. What an outing that was.
Yeah, so Vijay has taken up the mantle of his granduncle. But today, we're in conversation with Sanjay Sankla,
aka Gattu Da. And Gattu Da, Gattu Da is like 6 feet everything. Yeah. And he's got a name that is 2 feet nothing.
Yeah, and we asked him about that actually.
Yeah.
He himself doesn't know. I'm letting the cat out of the bag.
And Gattu Da was incidentally handpicked by John Singh's riding group.
Right. Yeah. So they were apparently. So he used. So I'm going to let the cat out of the bag.
Yep.
But they did pick him out from from a group of people, and they picked him
for the Jaipur Motorcycling Club, who was sending us pictures of the weather all over. Somebody saying 23 degrees. Oh, I'm chilling in Bangalore. 23 degrees.
We have friends all over. We have some friends who are partying in Bali. We have some friends who are in Bangalore.
Hope they wake up, man.
We have some friends who are preparing for a ride to the mountains.
Yeah, that's coming.
We have another friend who actually rode all the way east through the plains along the Ganga.
Yeah.
And has reached Siliguri.
She has already?
Yeah.
Oh, she's made it to Siliguri.
Yeah, she said she was going to do Lucknow to Siliguri in one day. She was surprised.
Way.
Yeah, she was surprised. She said, okay, I'm leaving Lucknow in the morning at 7 o'clock. And 4 hours later, voila, she's in Mirzapur. She said, ये तो lunch भी कर सकते हैं 2 घंटे का and still have time to ride. So she rode all the way to Siliguri.
Pallavi fits in so perfectly with this JMC club because उनका 750 kilometers का average rally होता था जिसमें 250 kilometers used to be in the Kacha.
Okay, so that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because Pallavi, according to her latest post on social media, had a Kacha.
Really?
In Bihar.
She figured out her own Kacha sadak? Or
no.
Then?
The highway actually morphed into a Kacha. And then morphed back into a Pakka.
Pakka.
So कच्चा पक्का हो खेल के
सिलीगुड़ी पहुंच गई कि पहुंचने वाली
पहुंच गई है.
अच्छा, ग्रेट. फिर वहां से then I think
she was riding on to
Sikkim.
Yeah, to not Bangkok but to Gangtok.
Okay. But eventually she can go
to Bangkok. This kind of confusing,
जिनको बैंकॉक के पैसे नहीं है वो गैंगटॉक चले जाए.
Yeah, so some people have.
Oh, they say Jaipur.
Jaipur.
So we're ready to go out and check out.
I am.
Gattu Da?
I am, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Sankla, and you're listening to me on the long way home.
So you were picked out from Jagat Singh's workshop by them.
Yeah.
And
well, then we started practicing slowly. Started learning the thing. I was quite young that time. I don't know, 10th or something like that, and picked it up fast. Then got into it and finally modified my own bike and then started riding that. Changed the bike.
Okay.
So that's how this.
Which years was that?
This would be, I think, 78, 79, something like that.
So you were just about a 17, 18-year-old.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay.
So this is how it started.
Your dad was okay with all of this?
Yeah, my dad was very cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
How come?
Well, he's like that and I'm like that to my son also. So it runs in the family.
Awesome. No, but never once did he, because he bought you a bike when you were in class 10.
In 10th. Yeah.
So he knew what he was
Was he a rider himself?
No, he was not. Never.
So how can a father
He
give
was
his
a good
son
sportsman and a very good driver also.
Acha.
Okay.
So he had confidence in you कि भाई
हाँ.
motorcycle दे दो. और plus I think that time it was easier slightly to ride a motorcycle also.
Much easier. No traffic, nothing. It was much easier. So that was also one thing. Totally in our team we were about what? About 10-12 riders. That's it.
Right.
Jaipur team had 12 or something like that. And Jaipur team had a reputation where when we used to go somewhere, Pune or Chandigarh or wherever, they used to say कि आ गए यार, now we have to, you know. So that was our reputation that time. Right. And we used to have 3 rallies in Jaipur, and one used to be when it used to be absolutely cold, that was December. One used to be when it was 45 degrees, and one used to be in the rainy season.
Achha.
And our rallies used to be about 700 kilometers in a day.
700 kilometers in a day.
In a day with kacha of almost about 250 kilometers.
Okay.
So it used to be very tough.
What would be this Kacha circuit? Route batao thoda.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of circuits, but we used to go from here on Ajmer Road to Dudu, then get into Fagi, and then Kacha, come out on Tonk Road, something like that.
Okay.
So, Parvatsar, around Jaipur. So basically what we used to do is, most of the time, start from Jaipur, make a loop, come back to Jaipur, and then again make a loop. So it used to be 8. In our times, we didn't have too good bikes.
Right.
We used to have the Bullet, GTS, and no equipment like a GPS or Trippy or nothing like that. All we used to have was a saddlebag on our tanks, which also we had designed and we'd made, and just a roughly sketched plan. Go from Jaipur to on Ajmer Road to this, that's it.
Okay.
Right.
So it used to be hard that time, but then you used to enjoy it. Preparing your bike, maintaining it, everything we had to do ourselves. Not like today that you have 2 mechanics there, somebody standing there with a chhatri for you. Nothing like that. We had to do everything.
Right.
And it used to be pretty long. 700 kilometers in a day used to be.
No, is it long?
It
is
is
very long, and with kacha.
With kacha and everything.
Built into it.
250 of Kacha.
Yeah.
It's almost doing that part of a leg of the desert storm of the
Of the desert storm. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So, but we had good fun. Real good fun. So then we used to go to rallies in Chandigarh, but there used to be very few rallies in Chandigarh.
Okay.
Chandigarh to a place called Brotiwala, and then up in the hills. 1 or 2 only. Then we attended 3 rallies in Bombay, Pune, and back.
Okay.
So those were also nice, but that didn't happen for long. I mean, rallies were not happening for long.
Okay.
It was just motocross, but we used to have a lot of rallies in Jaipur. At least 2 per year we had. So that was it. Hi, I'm Sanjay Sakla, and you're listening to me on the Biker Radio Broadcast.
Do you know the difference between motocross and rallying?
Yeah, I do. How about you?
I can think of 2 similarities.
So 2 differences and 2 similarities.
Okay, so I get the similarities.
No. Let's flip a coin.
छोटा कौन बड़ा कौन?
Let's flip a coin. ये
कैसे रेडियो में कैसे? How do you flip a coin?
दिखाता हूँ.
मैं देख.
And
ये ऊपर.
Ready? Heads or tail?
खड़ा.
साले बता, heads or tail?
Heads.
Okay, here we go.
ऊपर देख रहे.
ऊपर देख, नीचे देख, जहां भी देख. अब क्या है?
Heads.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
I choose 2 similarities.
Okay.
I will tell you.
Okay.
ठीक है. ये
तो बोल. What's your similarities?
तो रैली में और मोटोक्रॉस में
मोटरसाइकिल
चाहिए होती है दोनों में.
Okay.
और कोई चलाने वाला चाहिए होता है या चाहिए होती है.
अच्छा, so those are the similarities.
बस यही सिमिलैरिटी.
क्या बात है यार, हाथ मिलाओ.
ओके, तो डिफरेंसेस क्या है?
बताओ.
बता.
एक तो कुएं की मेंढक की तरह, go around the same loop a zillion times, racing each other, but following a line.
किसमें?
मोटोक्रॉस में.
मोटोक्रॉस में?
हाँ, मोटोक्रॉस में
कुएं की तरह जाएगा.
हाँ, बट एक लाइन है, उसको फॉलो करो.
मोटोक्रॉस नहीं भाई. हाँ, तो मोटोक्रॉस.
But the opportunities, however, are out of the line. Can you believe this?
Oh yeah.
लाइन में चलना है, मगर अगर आप दूसरे को ओवरटेक करना है, कुछ भी करना है, तुम लाइन में तो कर ही नहीं सकते. आउट ऑफ लाइन जाना पड़ेगा. एंड रैलिंग में, वेल, you're pretty much on your own. You have to draw your own line. Okay. Open spaces, long distances, and it's a test in endurance. So that's one difference. एक और सुनेगा?
हाँ, सुनो.
One has man-made boop-de-doos. And the other has natural doop-de-boos.
Boss, please come again.
One has man-made boop-de-doos.
Boop-de-doos?
हाँ,
okay.
boop-de-doos. सुनना है?
हाँ.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to the Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Can you tell us the difference between all of this?
Rally is all about points.
Okay.
Right. Let's say we have a starting point,
okay,
which is a hotel. So that is in transport area, because you cannot violate rules of the government. So if the limit is 40 kilometers, then we give you 40 kilometers.
Right.
Up till a point where the kacha starts. Right. So let's say it's a 50 kilometer distance from the hotel to the point where is this kacha.
Yeah.
So we give you a particular time to ensure you are not overspeeding in the traffic and not killing somebody.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to be responsible.
Yeah. So we take your time when you get there at the start point of the kacha. If you are late, then you lose points.
Yeah.
If you are early, then you lose points.
Yeah.
If you are early, you lose 10 points.
Okay.
2 points. If you are late, you lose 1 point.
Okay.
Now we give you.
If you're very late, like I oversleep.
If you are very late, then it is called MPL.
Okay.
Maximum penalty lateness.
Okay.
You are out.
Oh, really?
Okay.
The officials can't be waiting for you, the whole day or a whole night. There are.
So if I'm late by 2 minutes, or I'm late by 10 minutes, or
there's a particular MPL time.
Okay.
That is calculated. If you
go late, you're do nikal denge.
हाँ. Then we give you a start again from the kacha.
Okay.
Now what we do in a rally is, in the kacha, we stop all the traffic on that particular track. Okay. So you're sure you're not going to get any oncoming traffic towards you.
Okay.
But speeds are high. Like in the raid, in those kacha sections, they get to speed like 55-60 kilometers. Which they do. They achieve that.
That's average speed.
Average speed.
You're talking about 4-wheelers?
4-wheelers.
Okay.
2-wheelers का भी करीब यही होता है.
I was watching Sand में. I was watching CS. He was clocking 97.
संतोष?
हाँ.
They were doing 150 in the sand. यार अभी की बात कर रहा हूँ.
सर क्या बात कर रहे हो?
हाँ.
150.
150.
How do they get traction? No.
That is when the thing is flat and hard.
Flat and hard.
Flat and hard. Sections में सारा कुछ मिट्टी तो होती नहीं.
Okay.
It changes.
Yeah.
Now you have a flat and hard to 5 kilometers, then it's sandy, then you get a dune.
Yeah.
So it is different. There were stages that they were doing 150. Like Rana and these top guys, they were doing 150. So we give you a start from the kacha thing. Let's say the section is about 100 kilometers or 50 or whatever. We give you a time, an average speed.
Okay.
So there you go flat out. And then we take a time again when we end the stage. We call it a stage. When we end the stage. Now here again there are points. If we've given you, let's say 10 minutes, if you come in 11 minutes, you lose your point. If you come in 9 minutes, then again you lose your point.
It's the same principle. Yeah.
It's the same principle. But in a motocross, it is done in a circuit kind of a thing, where we make jumps,
right,
turns, whoop-de-doos. Whoop-de-doos meaning small what do you call them, rumbles or something like that. So that's a motocross.
Why is it called a boop-de-doo? Because you got boop-de-doo, boop-de-doo,
Exactly.
boop-de-doo, boop-de-doo.
Exactly.
Nice.
So
You can do it without a bike.
Yeah.
and in a motocross, it's a mass start.
Right.
In a rally, it's a 2 minutes gap.
Right. Everyone
Each guy.
gives it. Right.
In a motocross, it's a mass start.
Okay.
Line up, go.
Right.
And motocross is first come, first.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
Okay.
So rally is pretty much wilderness
Absolutely.
Right.
And much more enduring.
and much
Much more enduring. On motocross, one moto would last you about not more than 20 minutes. A rally is like 10 hours, 11 hours.
And
Much more
multiple
tiring,
days.
yeah. Hi, I'm Sanjay Sankla, and you're listening to me on The Long Way Home.
What about where did you learn your motorcycling? By the time you hit 10th standard, you got your first bike.
Yeah.
Right. But उससे पहले तो obviously you had figured out. So when did you start riding?
When I was in 7th.
Yeah. Whose bike was it?
Somebody who used to live right next to our house. Or maybe dad's scooter when he used to
अच्छा.
come home, फिर वो चुपचाप ले जाते थे.
हाँ.
उनकी कार ले जाते थे. Something like that. That's how it started.
Class 7 से
Not also class 7. Actually, when I was in 5th, somebody had come to our house. And my dad, mom, they had gone for a movie in the night. So he kept his Jeep there. And they went in another car. So I started the Jeep with a pechkas. And we took around. Of course, we got caught. But that's how it started.
Who caught you? मतलब पकड़े कहाँ गए? कैसे पकड़े?
When we came back, they were there at home.
अच्छा वापस आ
We
गए.
didn't see the time. They were there at home. हम बच्चे थे यार छोटे छोटे से.
फिर क्या हुआ?
फिर क्या होना था? You know, then he had the cane and I was there.
आपका शुगर केन बन गया.
थोड़ी धुनाई हुई.
Sorry.
But that didn't hold you back.
No,
or
that
him
didn't hold
also.
Awesome.
Forgiven quickly, actually.
So what are the? Are you more of a rally rider, or have you been more of a, चलो वहाँ चलते हैं, ले करते हैं, लद्दाख करते हैं, that kind of long distance?
शुरू में, as in before.
No. I've always been a motorsports guy.
Right.
Not like yaar 4 jane chalo let's go for a expedition or something like that.
ये क्यों नहीं करते?
Yeah, we had enough on our hands to go and do that. I've been doing the raid for now 17 years.
Yeah.
So we used to go to Leh every year. So why do you need to go otherwise?
In fact, some sections there
which nobody does.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
It's like Kargil se aage jate the, Nubra Valley used to go. So those we are already doing. So why do you need to take?
Yeah, right. Stupid question.
जाना ही है हर साल. So
he's been there 17 times out of the 19 that the raid has happened in the year.
Yeah, man.
So for how long did that happen as part of the JMC? Till what year did that go on?
I used to ride for JMC for almost about 6-7 years or something like
6-7 years.
that. Then I went to Indore, so then I left it.
Which year did you leave biking?
86 or 86 nahi. I started it in 78.
And you were riding a Yazdi?
A Yazdi, before Yazdi a GTS. I won 2 rallies on a GTS.
Okay.
And then 2 rallies on a Yazdi and 1 rally on a Bullet. And then I went to Indore in 87 or 86 or something like that.
Okay.
So after that, then we started doing the raid in 89, I think. Yeah, 89 was the first day.
Right.
Caught on to that. फिर साल में एक रेड हो जाती, एक डेस्टाम हो जाती. So that takes up our quota and a few rallies here and there. छोटी मोटी कभी कोई मंडावा चले गए, कुछ हो गया 2 दिन के लिए. So that's enough for us.
You're listening to the Biker Radio Rodcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Okay, so we're on My Way, and My Way is all about a road report.
Yeah.
And this time we have our man from Bali.
So we have Shankar Ram.
Abey Ram Shankar.
Nahin, Shankar Ram. Shankar Ram.
Because he's Indonesia 0 line पे है. Is he down under? Equator के नीचे है कि equator के ऊपर?
I think so. He's just on the line.
He must be below the line.
Okay, maybe he's below the line.
You know why?
Huh.
That's why he's Shankar Ram. ऊपर आएगा तो राम शंकर हो जाएगा.
वाह. Bhole Baba ki jai. So we have Shankar Ram, or Ram Shankar as he's also known as, who's been very kind. He's taken time off. We did refer to him earlier in our show actually.
Yeah.
He was partying, in a disco somewhere. But he's been very kind and he's taken time off. He's had a few aspirins or disprins or whatever, and some lemonade and whatever you need to get over your hangovers. So he's been very kind to send us My Way.
And it's his first trip abroad, so huge one for him.
Yeah, and he went with our friend Candida Lewis.
Yep.
And Godspeed to all of them. I hope they have a good trip, whatever's remaining of it, and are back in time. So this is Ram Shankar on My Way.
My Way.
Hi, this is Shankar Ram. I'm from Coimbatore, so I've been living and working in Bangalore for the last 12 years. This is my first international travel on vacation, and I'm here at Bali with a group of friends. We are here to experience dirt biking. This is a package tour that we booked through a travel management company named Beyond Travel, and our lead rider is Candida Lewis, and is leading the group here. We have hired our motorcycles through Bali Dirt Bikes. Their website is balidirtbikes.com. We've had 3 days of really tough and gruesome riding. The first day we rode through some rice fields. We went to a waterfall, and we also visited a sand beach where we could ride our motorcycles on the beach. We tried our hands at some stunts, riding along the sea and doing a lot of things with the motorcycle. Second day we rode through a rubber forest near Tabanan on the west coast of Bali. The rubber forest is a 1,800 odd acre rubber forest that is managed by an entire community, not owned by one person. And we had the opportunity to ride through some really tough terrains and do a lot of off-roading through the rubber forest. So we've been riding the Kawasaki KLX 150 in the last 3 days. The third day was towards Mount Batur. We had plans to ride on the lava sand by the foothills of the Mount Kintamani, or Mount Batur as it is known. Mount Batur is an active volcano mountain, and it is at an altitude of 1700. This volcano last erupted in 2000, and there's always been an alert in that region. So we got to experience riding the Kawasaki KLX 150 dirt bike on the black sand, which is actually the lava sand by the foothills of the mountain. It was a great experience riding through that. Very slippery and hard to ride on, but we even tried racing up the mountain from the foothill. We really did have fun with riding the motorcycle and skidding and falling, and we even had one of our motorcycles rear wheel stuck in the mud 2 feet below, and 4 of us had to lift it and keep it aside. So that was a great experience. After 3 days of riding, we are finally at Kuta. Yesterday we had been to Sky Garden. Sky Garden is a nightclub, typically. We get to see people from all nationalities coming and visiting this place. Kuta is a very happening place. A lot of parties, a lot of pubs, a lot of clubs. And of course, we've also experienced the street food. We've tried out the mee goreng and the nasi goreng. Nasi goreng is nothing but the fried rice, typically a non-vegetarian fried rice, and the mee goreng is nothing but a fried noodle. So we've been trying and testing some of these food items. So today we have arrived at the Seminyak beach, which is about 3 or 4 kilometers away from where we are staying at Kuta. We are here to experience the sunset, and you can hear the music running in the background. There are a lot of small pubs and places that play music and serve beer and some amazing Indonesian and Balinese food. So we are here to experience all this before we head back to India over the weekend. Right now, Bali is pretty cool, 24 to 26 degrees. It's pretty pleasant by the evenings, though in the morning it is a little hot and humid, like how we experience it in Chennai or Mumbai. It's been a great time being in Bali, and I'm looking forward to coming back here to experience more of the local culture and to explore more destinations. This is Shankar Ram for the Biker Radio broadcast, and this is My Way.
My Way.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Sankla, and you're listening to me on The Long Way Home.
Going back to that time when you said that there was no equipment, there was nothing to help except your own self. So obviously things have changed. So मतलब आपको क्या लगता है कि मतलब as in मतलब what is your personal sense of it? Because you are actively involved now and you see all that. What is the real difference?
Yeah, I personally think a rider is too dependent on technology or help.
Okay.
So I think that is not good.
Uh-huh.
Help as in service.
As in service.
Right.
It's like in an episode where I was giving a start in one of the rallies, and the last the section we had a few cars stuck there, so we had to hold the bikers.
Okay.
So that was about almost 2 hours, 2.5 hours. We had to, from the time they had to take start, because we had to clear the section till the time they could go. So finally, when we had to start the bikers after 2.5 hours, they said we've been standing in the sun for 2 hours and there's no water and there is no nothing, and now you cancel the stage.
Achha.
Something like this, which we would never do. It's a sport. Take it like a sport. Maybe it might be 2 hours or whatever. You might get stuck in the desert
for 2 hours or more.
For maybe 6 hours. Then what do you do? So this I think is not good. And at our times we used to be like a family. So there was no fight, there was no quarrel, there was no nothing. Things used to be very easy. Now everybody's after second guy's life, which is not good. The sportsmanship is reducing day by day.
I think that's to do with technology. आपको पता है कि पहले तो you have to depend on the other person for anything happened, you had to be together because you were in it together. कोई no device could come and communicate or rescue.
So do you think the sportsman has become more insular now? अपने में रह गया है सीमित?
Absolutely.
और थोड़ा दिखावा हो गया बस सिर्फ
दिखावा तो ज्यादा हो गया. बहुत ज्यादा हो गया. They want a lot of publicity, papers में and this and that, but at our time when we never used to think of it also. आ गया paper में नहीं आया, doesn't matter. We used to be there for fun.
Yeah.
Now it is not like that. Now it is much more professional.
Yeah.
So it's much different.
You're listening to the Biker Radio Broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Sankla, and you're listening to me on The Long Way Home.
There are some people who are standing by wanting to get into the sport. They're kind of begging and saying, आना चाहता हूँ मैं किसी तरह से कोई मुझे, because this question was specifically about motorcycles, because motorcycle riders want to come into.
Look what happens here.
Again the same problem. कोई sponsor नहीं मिल रहा,
That's a very big problem.
Yeah.
True. And then now the top bikes which are running abhi bhi, like Santosh was also riding a good bike. Now those bikes are costing something like 15 lakhs, 12 lakhs, something like that.
At Santosh's level, I can understand. He'll get backing also.
Yeah.
That's not going
He deserves it.
Yeah, so
he deserves it. उसके अलावा 4-5 और ऐसे जने थे who had these bikes. And to compete with those bikes is impossible. I mean, you are nowhere. I might be India number 1, but if you give the next guy that bike, he'll outrun me anytime. Right. The suspensions are like, the power is, everything is different.
Right.
So that is one problem. And the new guys who want to come in, their problem is they're afraid. Yaar, kaise hoga? How to go about it? What will happen? How will we get the service? So all these things are happening. That is the problem.
So how can it be made easier, this information? you know. How can we make it easier for them?
Look, I'll tell you. The organizers of every club, let's say Northern Motorsports, which is JD, Himalayan Motorsports, which is Vijay Parmar, they are open. You give them a call. Kiar, I want to come in. Can you guide me to somebody who can, they'll do it for you.
Okay, right.
They are open to that. But what happens is a new guy hesitates in calling them. Kiar, pata nahi baat karun ya nahi karun. So they are all open. They will guide you to somebody kisse baat kar le. Yeah, they'll tell you themselves ye karna hai. So they are open. Call them, and everything is on net. Their numbers, everything is on net.
Everything is available.
So that's
why they are accessible.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Sakla, and you're listening to me on the Biker Radio Broadcast.
Kya tha sound?
So we were doing this entire series on riding into the mountains on this vacation.
Right.
And we started with, basically Josh was having those talks.
Yes, which was part of the Eagle Rider initiative, which is called Essential A. And on our first episode, or our first series, we did tell you about how to prepare your mind and how to be ready.
Mind and body. Blim, blim.
To go for a trip like that. The second one was on prepping your motorcycle. And this time, we have something on what should you carry, how should you carry it. So it's about luggage and packing. So Vikram from Turtle Trails has sent us a list, and there's a link on...
So you got to go to the Turtle Trails website.
So the website to go to is turtletrailsindia.com.
And Vikram's put out a list for you there. So this is a larger list. It's got about 85 points on it. The shorter list is right here with us. Get ready for it. Here comes
the Biker Radio Soundboard. Long-haul motorcycle gear and luggage. Hope for the best but prepare for the worst. So to traverse through those mighty Himalayan passes, braving the elements, traffic, animals and terrain on a motorcycle requires meticulous packing and preparation. Balance is crucial. You cannot overpack, but you cannot leave essentials behind either. Now, we will talk about ways to optimize space, secure the luggage and yourself by using the right kind of gear. 1. You need proper protective clothing or riding gear that fits properly. It'll keep you safe and warm. Night temperatures can easily dip below 5 degrees Celsius, so here's a list of necessary or basic essential protective gear. A. DOT or ISI certified helmet. B. Balaclava or a soft neck scarf. C. Touring gloves with liner. D. Riding jacket with liner and protective armor. E. Riding jeans or denim jeans with knee guards. F. Waterproof motorcycle riding boots. G. Sunscreen. Yes, just as important as the rest. 2. There are plenty of ways to secure your luggage on the motorcycle, each with its pros and cons. Panniers is on the one end of this spectrum, and soft luggage like saddle and tank bags are on the other end with bungee cord somewhere in the middle. Our recommendation is soft luggage simply because they will not break apart on the bad roads. 3. Waterproofing luggage. It is essential. You don't want your clothes, motorcycle papers, and electronics to be wet or damp after a day's ride. Products we trust and have used are Dirt Sack, Rhinox, and Cramster. They are either waterproof or made with highly water-repellent material and come with their own rain jacket. 4. After Rohtang Pass, the mobile network is scarce. Only BSNL prepaid SIM cards issued to local Jammu and Kashmir residents will work in the valley. No other outstation prepaid connections will work in the valley. Army camps and remote villages have satellite phones called DSPT. Bottom line, pack the right SIM. Make sure you carry proper tools as prescribed by your motorcycle manufacturer. When riding in a group, divide and disperse the responsibility of tools to save space and weight. However, few items like spare front and rear tubes, clutch and brake levers, cables should be carried by everyone individually. Generally, an essential tool or spare bag should include the following items. A. Puncture kit. B. Spares like spark plugs, clutch cable, accelerator cable, etc. C. Front and rear tubes. D. Air pump. And E. A tool kit. The last fuel station on the Leh-Manali highway is at Tandi, after which the next fuel station is only 50 kilometers before you reach Leh. That is a distance of 365 kilometers without any detour. Most motorcycles need a spare 10 liters of fuel to make that journey. Make adequate space in your luggage system to carry fuel cans. I use 2 5-liter fuel can pouches from Trek and Ride. You can also use Rotopack 5-liter clip-ons. So many electrical gadgets these days, you are bound to exhaust all your juice even with a battery pack. I suggest you use good quality USB chargers to keep GoPros, mobile phones, cameras all powered up through the ride. So pack lightly, pack intelligently, and for a detailed packing and tool list, consult the website turtletrailsindia.com/blog.
The Biker Radio Soundboard.
Hi, I'm Sanjay Sankla, and you're listening to me on the long way home.
What is Sanjay Sankla's most memorable ride?
Well, one ride, we'd gone to Bombay for a rally from Jaipur. Okay. We were about 8 of us, 8 bikes, and they thought, "Yaar, ye kya karenge?" And there were cars also.
Achha.
So once the rally started from Nariman Point,
Which year?
81 or something.
Okay.
Like that. And we started overtaking the Bombay guys one by one. All of us overtook them.
This is on tarmac.
On tarmac and Kacha both.
Achha.
All 8 of you were aage.
So these guys were really, that time. I was on a GTS. I got thrown off the bike also, got hurt. And that bike was a rally prepared bike.
Okay.
And I was having a lot of fun on that. I think Meetu was also there on another GTS. I don't remember. I think he was there. So it was moving so well.
It just outperformed itself.
Yeah. So we were having a lot of fun in that rally. And then Bombay to us was something, we'd never gone to Bombay. Bombay
Really? What was it like?
Big city to us, happening city to us.
Right.
So that was all.
What did you see in Bombay that was like Utteri? I'm sure the women would have been prettier.
Women were really prettier.
Right.
Much prettier.
Oh.
Though we have pretty women in Jaipur, Rajasthan also.
Oh, come on.
Rajasthani women are very pretty.
Absolutely.
So, but Bombay is different.
Yeah.
It was an awe. Big buildings and big roads and all that. We'd never seen that.
Right.
Always heard of that. So that was something we really liked. So that was it.
You're listening to the Biker Radio Broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
We are talking about Bobby, right?
Bobby?
Arey Bobby.
What's the GTS?
The GTS.
Yeah.
That's the imagery that comes to my mind. I was thinking GTS, Grand, Turismo, Sport. ये कहाँ से आ रहा है ना राजदूत GTS? ठीक है, मेरे दिमाग में वो नहीं चल रहा था. I know the Rajdut as a 175.
So you said GTS was Gran Turismo Sport.
It is.
Not
That's
bad.
what GTS is.
Yeah.
So
you have to go back 30 years, man. 40 maybe.
Yeah, it's actually about 40 years old. Scooter tires. And it's the Bobby. The GTS Rajdut is the Bobby. That's how everybody knows it.
So the really fair double-chinned Chintu.
Yeah, Chintu. I like the pun on the word there. So Chintu and...
really fair, yeah. All the Kapoor Khandar is Gora like hell.
Yeah. And to pair it up with Dimple Auntie. Oh.
You were calling her auntie?
No, I won't. Dimple Kapadia.
She was the bomb in Bombay.
She was the bomb in Bombay. She was definitely the bomb in Bombay. And it was around the same time that Gattuda was kind of,
So, this conversation is making a little
Where the fuck did we start?
So this conversation is making me uncomfortable.
Why? Gattuda and Dimple Kapadia?
Yeah, no.
What?
मतलब Bobby, Dimple Kapadia and ये छोटा सा कमरा.
Oh, हम तुम एक कमरे में बंद हो और अगर चाबी खो जाए तो फिर क्या करो? अच्छा ये बता, where would you hide the key?
अगर चाबी खो जाए?
अगर चाबी खो जाए on your bike, what is a good place to hide the
spare key?
The spare key.
Yeah. So I got this from a talk that I was attending But you shouldn't carry it on person.
You shouldn't. Why?
No. Because, if it's in your wallet, you can lose it. If it's hanging on your neck, you can get, it can get lost. It can get, whatever can happen. Something can happen to you. Or you can get separated from the bike. And
there's no point leaving it back home or something.
Yeah, but Mom! मेरी अलमारी में वो पीछे वाले डब्बे में पड़ी है ना मोटरसाइकिल की चाबी एक, उसमें छल्ला भी नहीं है. माँ से गाली पड़ेगी, फायदा नहीं है. So the best way, the best place to keep your spare key apparently is securely tucked behind
some place
in the motorcycle.
Yeah, somewhere in the motorcycle. You got to make your own choice, I guess, because
there is a place जो बड़े लोग कहते हैं कि होनी चाहिए. But we're not telling right now.
Right.
So, yeah.
But it's on the motorcycle, somewhere on the motorcycle. Out of the view of the obvious intruder.
Absolutely. Because, if you keep your bike parked somewhere and, and everybody in the world knows where your spare key may be.
Yeah, I know.
Then you may need a spare motorcycle.
Okay, can we now shift the imagery from a lost motorcycle key back to Dimple Kapadia. Hardy baby. Here we go. If you had this opportunity, hypothetical question. Supposing you had this opportunity to ride with anyone from history, who would it be and why? Think about it. Not pressure नहीं है.
यार pressure नहीं है, पर हम नाम भूल गए, बुड्ढे हो गए ना, तो नाम भी याद नहीं आ रहे हैं. Problem वो है. King Kenny, he used to be too good. I would have loved to, though I was not a road racer, but I would have loved to be King Kenny.
Okay. Where was he from?
England.
Achha.
Yeah. Too good he was. He broke a few ribs at a time. 2 months he was on the track, again won it, something like that.
So Sanjay Shankla, thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us here at your place.
Thank you for hosting us.
Thank you for being on Biker Radio Broadcast and The Long Way Home.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Sanjay Sankla and you're listening to me on the Biker Radio Broadcast.
So we've got that.
So, guys, show samapt.
Okay, show samapt.
And we thought we'll celebrate our double digits with bouquets.
Martali. Yeah.
With bouquets and brick bags.
Brick bags. Of our own guests. And this is what they've shared with us.
Here is the honest to God report.
Chata laga.
Ek jane se to laga.
So what do you think about the Biker Radio Broadcast? Hey, it's great, and I really enjoyed Josh's chat. It has to be fun for sure. I thought an hour is too long. You know what I would want to butcher from the last talk?
Yeah.
You guys talking nonsense. It's like TV where ads are popping out. I don't want this. I want to listen to that continuous conversation because I'm getting into it. I'm old school, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a purist. But I understand your challenges. So
Hi, I'm Sanjay Sankla. I think it's a good idea. Very good idea.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja.
Do you like what we are doing?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's a nice thing. I like it because it brings out the almost entire life history of that person. And like you asked me about my personal life also, about my motorcycling life, my kids and everything. So it's a very nice platform. Otherwise you hardly interact. You don't have the time to interact with so many people. Every media has a different and a particular reach, and this also has its own, and I'm sure it will go up and up in the days to come. I'm pretty sure because I like the concept. The basic is very good.
Hi, I'm Pallavi Fawzar. I really like it. This is something very new. I was like, Bikers Radio, what is this? This is very interesting.
I am Chetan Mahajan. I think it's a great idea, and we need to have a lot of stories. We have a lot of stories that bikers want to tell and share. And I don't think we have a single place where we get to hear them and we get to tell them. And so I think this is sorely required. And I think it's a great idea that you guys are doing it.
Hi, I'm Vijay Singh. I think so far it's a solid original concept. And I think it's going to bring out a lot of proper stories from a lot of people. Again, biking is so many things to so many people. And it's going to be great to hear original content, passionate content, heartfelt stuff. Come out of people. So can't wait to hear the interviews that you've done so far and the ones to come as well.
Hi, I'm Tragunveer Singh Pathania.
So what do you think about this interview? Did you have fun?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so nice talking to you guys. Yeah.
Do you think it's a good idea?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Candida Lewis. I think it's pretty cool because I think this is the first one in India, right? I think you're doing a really good job by getting people's stories out there. And I've heard a lot of broadcasts in the US and stuff.
Right.
Right now they're doing very well because they've started much earlier. So I think since you all are the first ones, and in the future you all would definitely do very well.
Yeah.
And I hope that we could help you get to that level.
That will be awesome. Hi, I am Joshua John. I think Biker Radio Broadcast has a very good future. I think hearing, because when we ride, a lot of people listen to music, right? You are allowing the person to imagine. You're giving them room to think. It is direct in one sense, and it's also quite refreshing in this day and age to have something like this where you can sit down at leisure. And I would love to chat with more people together, but I can't. And there are people I want to hear, but I can't because our timings don't match. We're all in busy schedule. And you have this channel that is going to go connecting different people who otherwise you wouldn't ever hear there. And they're not such famous people that there's a channel, a TV channel that they're... and they've got stories to tell. They are doing amazing things. I mean, India is full of amazing, amazing bikers.
You're listening to the Biker Radio Broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
All right, where are we going now? Beer? Over and out करें?
हाँ, नहीं. इस बार वो करते हैं.
Boop-de-doos, doop-de-boos, boop-de-doos, doop-de-boos.
Biker Radio Broadcast advises safety at all times, discourages underage riding, but celebrates the spirit of motorcycling. And how?
आप सुन रहे हैं ट्रक शायरी.
चकते फट्टे नब्दे गिल्ली, चकते फट्टे नब्दे गिल्ली, हेलमेट ना पाया तो यू आर वेरी सिल्ली.
हॉर्न प्लीज. ओके टाटा.